Good afternoon. At this time, it's appropriate for men to remove their caps and women may leave them on. Please pray with me. O Holy One, in you there is no beginning or end. You simply are. You are, in each of our beginnings and endings, steadfastly present, calling us into wholeness, loving who we have been and who we will become. In this moment that is both beginning and ending for our graduates, in this moment that can feel so big because it is change, it is calling, it is both a goodbye and a hello. Awaken each of us to your unchanging love. As our graduates walk across this platform, walk with them. Let your steadfast love give them courage and joy and openness and confidence when everything else seems to be changing. Infuse with calling, they're walking forward and they're looking back. And, O love, move in each of us gathered here, that we may be your steadfast love for them as they walk on. Amen. You may be seated.
Let's give the choir a round of applause. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you to the orchestra and the choir for providing such wonderful music. We are greatly appreciative. Thank you so much. What a glorious day. If I could grow one more large tree right out there and put you all in the shade, I would certainly do it. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 177th commencement for Hanover College. This is the best day of the year for those of us in higher education. A business or a corporation looks to its bottom line to see if it's been successful, but we look to the students sitting in front of us to determine our success. Your success is our bottom line, and we rejoice with you in your accomplishments. You have worked hard for 4 years. You have learned a great deal about yourself, about the world, and how you might make a contribution to the future. And as an alumni, I will enjoy welcoming you back to Hanover at homecoming, at the fall gala, at the Halloween party, which won't be announced, it's just you know when to come in costume, October 31st on a Saturday or the Saturday before Halloween. I sure hope Brad Robinson comes back. He's won first place or second place for 3 years, so I expect to see you, Brad. These are new traditions that have been added to others, like eating hamburgers and trying 41 flavors of milkshakes at Hinkle's, walking around the point, going to the acre to write your reflections, midnight breakfasts that really started at 10 p.m., spring term, off-campus trips, from which some of you have just returned and had extraordinary experiences, drives down Scenic Drive and through Clifty Falls, hiking through Happy Valley, the run for Greek pledging, dinner with faculty members, and of course the spring wiffle ball tournament. Who could forget that? But most of all, you will remember the friendships you have made here and the lifelong mentoring relationships you have with faculty and staff. That is what will call you back to this bluff overlooking the Ohio River Valley. And we will be here waiting to hear from you because after all, you are always a part of the Hanover family. That family is made up of professors and staff members who have worked with you over the past 4 years to see you succeed. So I'd like for the graduates to thank the faculty and staff. So would we please have all the Hanover College faculty and staff who are present please stand to be recognized by our graduates. The support you get from Hanover is only exceeded by your own personal family members. So I'd like to ask all the family members of our graduates to stand and be recognized by our graduates. Thank you, family members. Others that could not join us may be watching the live stream on our website. We do have parents who have traveled a great distance to be here today. Mr. and Mrs. Pardam, Erdowat's parents from Nepal, traveled halfway around the world to be at this ceremony. Please welcome them. We appreciate you making such extreme efforts. We also have parents originally from China and from Ireland with us today, and we are so thrilled that they can be with us. It has been my pleasure to be a part of your experience at Hanover. I have watched you perform on the court, on the field, and on the stage. I have eaten in your Greek houses and in the dining room with you, and Mike and I have thoroughly enjoyed being with you in every sense of this endeavor. Because you have shared part of this experience with me, it will forever be a part of my life. Some of years at graduation, we have an outside speaker, and some years all the speakers are part of the Hanover family. This year, members of the Hanover family will be your speakers, your senior student speaker, our Board of Trustee chair, and a short message from me. Just imagine, in the 1800s, every single graduate gave a graduation speech. And now I'd like to introduce your senior speaker. It has been our tradition to have our senior speaker selected by the senior committee of the graduating class. They use a rigorous application and audition process involving submitting outlines anonymously and then being selected for audition. The final selection is made by the senior committee after hearing all of the finalists. A record number of outlines were submitted from the class of 2010, and 8 finalists prepared speeches for this occasion. One was selected for the baccalaureate ceremony this morning, Chuck Summers, and the other was selected for this afternoon's ceremony. All 8 students wrote a graduation speech and deserve our admiration for their efforts on our behalf. From the outstanding auditions, Aaron Williams, a biology major from New Albany, Indiana, was chosen as this year's senior speaker. This summer, he will work on a cadaver dissection research project attempting to create a virtual cadaver dissection CD-ROM. That's the way I'd like to do cadavers. For undergraduate students. In August, Aaron will be attending the University of Kentucky College of Medicine and will one day become a surgeon or pathologist. Please welcome Aaron Williams.
Good afternoon. To our parents and families, to our professors and administration, and most importantly, to my class, the class of 2010, welcome. This is a momentous occasion for us seniors, and we are glad that each and every one of you is here to share it with us. We thank all of you for your support in providing us an excellent education and the memorable experience of attending a small college. Parents and grandparents, we have spent your money wisely. Now today, we take a step forward, and we follow the footsteps of many extraordinary Hanover graduates before us, like Dr. Harvey Wiley, a chemist known for his leadership in the passage of the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906, like Brett Dietz, an outstanding semi-professional quarterback, and of course, the famous actor Woody Harrelson, the white man who can't jump, just to name a few. So, what have you gotten for your money? Well, Hanover has given us the knowledge, and we have developed the competencies that we need in order to be successful and to pursue a variety of career choices. Now, these competencies include a good work ethic. Now, parents, you may have not seen this work ethic in us before, but let me assure you that it is impossible to last 4 years at this school without developing a good work ethic. We have pulled all-nighters as often as necessary in order to meet our deadlines, and hopefully our new careers won't require as many. Now, moms, I wish I could tell you that this new work ethic includes making them our beds. I really wish I could tell you that one, but I can't. The ability to think for ourselves. We have learned not to accept what we hear as truth, but instead to engage, to analyze, reflect, and to form our own independent decisions. So dads, you should be happy to know that we will no longer jump off a cliff just because everyone else does. Persistence. This is another competency we've developed. Each one of us has persisted throughout 4 long years of challenging professors, experiences, and last-minute assignments which we never could have completed without persistence. Of course, a few of us ended up at Hinkle's more persistently than our 8 a.m. classes, but that is another story. In our careers, we expect to encounter equally challenging circumstances, but persistence will enable us to cope. Communication skills. We have written countless papers and speeches, most of them between 2 and 6 a.m. the morning they were due, but as a result, we have learned how to express our thoughts in a clear and persuasive manner, and that alone is worth the cost of tuition. Relationship skills. Our interactions with our peers, professors, and what we like to call townies has taught us a lot about ourselves, and we've learned the importance of being able to relate to others. In the workplace, more people get fired for not getting along with others than for not being competent to do a job. I've also heard divorce works the same way. Now, these competencies, taken as a whole, provide a good, solid foundation for our future careers. Prepared as we are, we can be excited about our opportunities and confident that we will always find an open door. Now, all of this preparation ensures that we can make a difference in the world. And that is my challenge to my fellow seniors. Make a difference. John F. Kennedy said, "One person can make a difference, and every person should try." You know, too many times we hear the excuse, I'm just one person. What difference can I make? Well, this is the excuse of a person who doesn't want to make a difference, one who just wants to sit back and to do nothing. Albert Einstein said, "The world is a dangerous place, not because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing." Throughout history, countless lives have been lost because people were willing to look on and to do nothing. And there are tragedies today where each one of us can make a difference in the life of someone else. Now, I'm sure that most of you are familiar with the starfish story. So remember the starfish which wash upon the beach. Now, there may be too many for one single person to throw back in the ocean, but for the one that you do throw back, that means life instead of death. Another excuse we often hear is, "I'm just an ordinary person, and I have no special talent for making a difference." Well, history is replete with examples where ordinary individuals have made a significant impact. Now, I'm not talking about being a Mother Teresa, okay? Consider the inventor Thomas Edison. Most people can think of Edison as a genius because of his many inventions: the light bulb, recorded sound, and moving pictures. But Edison failed thousands of more times often than he succeeded. Although in his words he said, "I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison had only a few months of formal schooling, and his vast number of failures characterized him as an ordinary man, not a genius. But Edison was persistent, and you cannot deny the fact that he certainly made a difference. After all, where would our generation be without our CDs, DVDs, and cell phones, all of which evolved from Edison's pioneer work? Regarding genius, Edison said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." That means that hard work is 99% more effective than talent. And who among us who has survived 4 years at Hanover is not capable of hard work? As I said before, being ordinary doesn't mean we can't make a difference and change the world. We just have to be willing to do what Robert F. Kennedy said. He said, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each one of us can act to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of this generation." Now, how cool does that sound? Writing the history of our own generation. Seriously, how cool does that sound? I know that some of you have already been making a difference during your time here at Hanover. You've been on mission trips to Haiti, Mexico, and Peru. You have raised thousands of dollars for charity through your wiffle ball tournaments and through Mr. Hanoverian contests. You have put in countless hours at animal shelters and church clothing drives, and you have positively impacted others through your student teaching and by being mentors for local children. You are to be commended for your commitment to making a difference, but we need everyone to become involved and to remain committed. I believe that each one of us can be a Thomas Edison in our own field. Not a Thomas Edison, the inventor, but a Thomas Edison, the difference maker. Again, this is my challenge. Let us all go forth and make a difference. Godspeed. Thank you.
Gives us all confidence in this generation when we hear such eloquent goals and challenges. Thank you very much, Aaron. Joining us today is our chairman of the Hanover College Board of Trustees, Philip Scott. Phil is a graduate of Hanover College, and so is his wife, Ronnie. Phil earned his law degree from the University of Kentucky School of Law. After serving in the U.S. Marine Corps, he returned to Lexington to concentrate his law practice in thoroughbreds and healthcare matters. Phil serves as chairman of Greenball, Don, and McDonald firm. He is a member of the Litigation and Dispute Resolution Practice Group and the Equine Team co-chair. He represents business clients in federal and state courts and in administrative proceedings. He's been recognized in the Kentucky Super Lawyers list and selected for inclusion in the Best Lawyers in America in the field of corporate and healthcare law. Phil also serves as director of the Gainsborough Thoroughbred Farm in Lexington, Kentucky. Phil is an excellent example of how a Hanover degree can put you on the path to success. Please welcome Chairman Phil Scott.
Thank you, Dr. DeWine. Aaron, if med school doesn't work out, try the College of Law. I think you have a bright future ahead of you. And thank you for your remarks. Everyone, I bring you greetings from the Board of Trustees of Hanover College. The Board of Trustees is primarily made up of Hanover graduates and friends of Hanover College. We know that we measure success of our endeavors at this ceremony today. I also know from personal experience that a Hanover education is an excellent preparation for advanced degrees. In 1964, I sat where you all are sitting. It was a rainy day, and we had the ceremony inside. 4 of us from the class of 1964 currently serve as trustees to your college. Mike Needler and John Shoemaker, John being somewhat known to you probably better than the rest of us. I think there's a little place called the Shoebox that he endowed and has a great interest in. In addition, Steve Smith and I had an occasion, again, 44 years ago, to put our whites on and be commissioned immediately after this ceremony as second lieutenants and as Marine officers. We knew what our future was going to be at that moment. We didn't know exactly what our future was going to be 10, 20, or 30 years later. I'm going to tell you that all 4 of the trustees have gotten advanced degrees. Mine was the easiest. It was the law degree. The others were tougher. You all are probably entering into tougher areas than I was. In any case, there's challenges out there. This is a time of transition for you, but it's a time of tradition. Hanover sends more students to graduate schools and to obtain graduate degrees than any other school in Indiana. That is a remarkable success. This success is due to your hard work, and it is due to your faculty here. Your faculty is outstanding, and I know you appreciate them. You will come to appreciate them even more as time goes by. Now, with respect to time going by, those of you who are going to enter the job market, it will be a challenge. But there's also tremendous opportunity out there, and your education will carry you a long way. I look at our incoming classes at my law firm. I always love to get Hanover graduates because I know they have a work ethic, I know they are bright, I know that they have a good sense about what they need to be doing, and they have always been successful. I'm pleased to say that even though they may not practice in Kentucky, I have relatives practicing in Indianapolis in the same area that I do, and they've been successful, all from Hanover College. You have a rich tradition to uphold and go forward with. Now, the trustees join with me in wishing you all the best. We wish you success. But please remember that it is your responsibility, again, your opportunity to support the college that has supported you. This college has just simply given you some building blocks to move forward on. We look forward to your support in the future. We count on it. That's why we're graduating, 100 and some years of graduates. You all are our future. Make my degree very important by your success. In closing, and everybody loves the fact that it's closing because it's hot, I want to thank 2 student representatives that have served on the board with us the last few years. I want to wish them both success, Sam Pollum and Cecilia Wee. Sam's graduating today. I'm pleased to see that. Sam's from Danville, and he's a pretty fair tennis player. His instruction at tennis is a little shaky because my brother taught him, but in any case, Sam is another one of the good examples of Hanover graduates and his family. They're Hanover folks. And there's another little college, I always say a dinky little college in Danville, Kentucky, that we compete with. But it's nice to bring folks from Danville here to Hanover. And I want to, again, I'm going to miss you all. It's been delightful having you on the Board of Trustees and to work with us. And with that, we'll get to the next part, which I think you all are primarily interested in. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Phil. We appreciate it a great deal, and it is very important that the chair of our board is here to see the final stage of what we all work for. I have a short message before we proceed to conferring of degrees. You will be getting a lot of congratulations today from friends and family members. You may even get a few graduation gifts. But I would like to give each of you an intangible gift. And the gift I want to give you is the gift of hope. The kind of hope I'm talking about is described by Ron Susskind, a Pulitzer Prize-winning author, of a book titled A Hope in the Unseen. This is the kind of hope you can't see or touch, but it's there all the same. In the book Hope in the Unseen, the central character is Cedric Jennings, who is a top-ranked student in his high school in an inner city which is described as the most troubled and violent school in Washington, D.C. His mother always told him to have hope in what is unseen. Through a multitude of challenges, he ends up at Brown University, where he meets those challenges, but holds on to that hope, and he never gave up. I recently read that this young man that the book is based on, who faced discrimination and a lack of preparation despite being the top-ranked student in his high school, eventually went on to receive a master's from Harvard. What is haunting about this story for me is that that hope unseen is what keeps him going. There are those among us who face far more challenges than any of us can imagine. So let me just tell you one more story. And it is the story of a high school friend of Mike and mine. Her name is Jenny Martin. Jenny was diagnosed with cancer a number of years ago, and her prognosis was not good. Yet every time there was a setback, her husband, Kent, wrote to her friends saying, "This is just another bump in the road." They never gave up hope, and because of their belief and hope, she lived a full life for many years, well beyond the doctor's expectations. The alternative to hope is despair, and Kent and Jenny found that simply unacceptable. You now enter a very select group in the world. Only 1% of the world's citizens have a college education. This means more choices are open to you, and no one can ever take those choices away. How you will respond to every situation, how you will behave, and how you will think will be up to you. My hope for you is that your choices will demonstrate a commitment to compassion for others, because at the end of our lives, we will be remembered more for how we treated others than all the material possessions we can possibly imagine. I believe in you. I believe you will make a difference. I believe you are armed with the skills and knowledge you have learned at Hanover, plus hope in the future. Then you can turn this world around. So today I give you hope in your career, in your future family, in your country, and in your world. Because after all, the alternative is simply unacceptable. Good luck to each and every one of you. And now, Dr. Jobe, will you please present the class of 2010 for the conferral of degrees?
Yes, indeed I will. President DeWine, I present to you 163 members of the graduating class of 2010. Of these men and women, 20 have earned their degrees with honors, 6 with high honors, and 6 with the highest honors. The candidates whose names appear on the program have been recommended by the faculty and duly approved by the Board of Trustees for the degree of Bachelor of Arts from Hanover College. Will the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts please rise? President DeWine, I am pleased to present to you the class of 2010 for the conferral of degrees. Will the candidates come forward to receive their diplomas? I ask that we hold our applause until all diplomas have been awarded.
Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Arts, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Hanover College, I now confer upon you the degree Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining. As a symbol of your honor and achievement, I will now present your diplomas.
Andrew Ryan Akers. Sarah Elizabeth Albertson. Olivia Claire Anderson. J. Emily Barkmeyer. Courtney Renee Barker. Kyle Edward Barnett. Kelly Marie Bauer. Nicholas Matthew Burney. Azra Basich. James Troy Boone. Natalie Allison Brewster. Laura M. Brockman. Joshua David Brothers. Jacqueline Michelle Brown. Alexander Stephen Bucksott. Patrick Wayne Bewley. Jessica Ruth Bergstrom. Shahir Burney. Alicia Christine Chilton. Jared Martin Comer. Laura Elizabeth Coons. Ashlyn Carey Cooper. Daniel J. Cornely. Samantha Kimberly Cornett. Meredith Cotton. Paige Ellen Coulter Kern. Chastity Ray Cox. Stephen Craig. David Wallace Cross. Melanie Ross Culhane. Excuse me, Melanie Rose Culhane. Aaron Ashley Doherty. Mallory K. Disbro. Ross Dennis Dorsey. Kara Nicole Dreer. Stephen Dundon. Anna Marie Duquesne. Allison Marie Ernstberger. Christina Firkenhoff. Zachary Michael Fleischer. Philip Gary Forkert. Emily Renee Fox. Joshua Matthew Franklin. Jennifer Renee Frazier. Christopher R. Girth. Zachary Joseph Giddens. Michael Gilliam. Richard Michael Giordano. Tanya N. Glasgow. Elizabeth Amanda Gorell. Stephanie A. Goss. Van Vincent Green. Jim E. Gregory. Justin Patrick Gilkey. Lindsay Marie Hagan. Michael A. Hansford. Christopher Michael Hawkins. Chris Heckle. Kirk Ross Herman. Caitlin J. Hill. Andrew Hoffman. Bryant Wilson Hunger. Courtney V. Hyde. Andrew Ilnick. B. Jake Inman. Holly Rayanne Jackson. Jennifer Rose Johnson. Joshua Blaine Jewett. Nicholas Kirk Call. Caitlin Gabrielle Kinney. Brett M. Keys. Logan Knight. Lisa Marie Kerner. Samuel M. Kovac. Miles Kenneth Croner. Alec Todd Licklider. Wesley Griffin Lyford. Guangjin Lin. Tyler David Lindholm. Amy Gilbert Lloyd. Alberto M. Lubrano. Kimberly Christine Ludi. Zachary P. Lumley. Clayton Mannering. Charles Z. Miracle. Kami Elsa Marquis. Jackie L. Martin. Carson Learman McBain. Joshua Adam Meek. Emily Megan Merrill. Adam Christopher Miller. Molly Beth Miller. Jessica Morgan Mills. Heather R. Morgan. Patrick Allen Morrison. James Munford. Anthony James Neltner. Nathaniel Green Neuendorf. Christopher R. Newman. Jennifer Ray Page. William E. Papano. James Peck. Erica M. Pickett. Adwait Singh Pradhan. Catherine S. Reed. Saffron Redwine. Zachary Alexander Arthur Reed. Bradley Stephen Robinson. Scott Lanthier Somali. Jerry Leanne Saunders. Jacob Allen Schwartz. Zany Lou Scott. Angela Marie Sells. Zachariah Fleetwood Sieg. Robert A. Sims. Lindsay Nicole Sipes. Sarah Ann Smith. Tyler A. Smith, in absentia. Christopher B. Snyder. Robert Spencer. Corey Lamar Stewart. Travis Michael Summit. Elizabeth Eva Tepper. Abby Elizabeth Terranova. Michelle Marie Eulenbrock. Chad Romer Vilas. Corey Andrew Schutzer Watson. Zachary William Weed. Megan Christine Wilkening. Dylan R. Woods. Mallory Suzanne Woody. Mary Lee Elizabeth Yeager. President DeWine, the following members of the class of 2010 have earned their degrees cum laude. M. Ross Alexander. Matthew R. Berkey. Bethany Ann Carbonall. Mira Catherine Corlett. Danielle Nicole DeVincentis. Lorna Elizabeth Douglas. Eric Michael Fritz. Jennifer M. George. Sarah Jean Hollis. Ryan Christopher Inman. Brian Douglas Kerr. Jana Lee Lynch. Samuel Eric Pollum. Andrew Joseph Reynolds. James Michael Smith. Cody Allen Smoker. Jason Allen Tabor. Jacqueline Tweedy. Brandy Ann Warren. Jennifer Ann Williams. President DeWine, the following members of the class of 2010 have earned their degrees magna cum laude. Robert Christopher Allaga. Jeremiah J. Castle. J. Patrick Koopman. Jessica Renee Peebles. Alexandra Lee Ross. Charles Dunham Summers. President DeWine, the following members of the class of 2010 have earned their degrees summa cum laude. Dawn Carlson Wilburn. Sarah Kathleen Kramer. Megan Elizabeth Downey. Caitlin Marie Dunaway. Joseph F. Vormore. Aaron Michael Williams. Please join me in recognizing the Hanover College class of 2010.
Please join us in singing the Alma Mater, which I'm sure by now you've memorized, right?
Let us pray. Holy One, go with us now and kindle us to love and to serve. You who call us to each other, let your steadfast love uphold these graduates and radiate from them. Walk with them from this place, and let your creative energy inspire them, your peace nurture them, and your love sustain them. Amen.
This concludes the 2010 commencement. Safe travels to you today and the rest of your life.